I'm Scott Wyatt, president of Southern Utah University. Thanks for taking the time to explore majors with us. We want you to discover your passion and talent, so we created this series for you. Choosing a major may be overwhelming to some of you. These short interviews with professors began the process. What major are we spotlighting today, Ellen?
This is a spotlight on English with Dr. Jessica Tvordi, who is a specialist in Renaissance literature. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Ellen.
So tell me, what do you love about your field?
I think the thing I love the most about it is that you get to encounter people, cultures, environments, politics, etc., that you might never encounter in your real life. So to me, that's a really fascinating thing to do and think about in relation to an art form.
What type of student is drawn to this kind of a major?
What we do is we attract a lot of students that I think have a great passion for reading, but I think being really curious about, maybe about the self, but about the world. If you're not interested in reading about somebody who grew up in a different country with a different faith and maybe has a different kind of notion of culture or family, then the English major might not be that interesting to you. Students who are willing to revisit a text over and over and over again are the students that I think are going to do well in the English major.
Now, what type of student would probably think, maybe English isn't the right type of major for me?
I think for me, and this student might be able to stick it out if they're open and willing to listen to their peers and to their professors. But the student that comes into the classroom and says, "You're making me think about this too deeply," that's the student that isn't going to do well in the English major. Because if you want to read on the surface, if you only want to read a text because it's entertaining or it allows you to escape, you're not going to survive in the English major, because you're going to be reading on the surface, you're going to be saying pretty general, pretty sort of obvious things about literary texts, and your teachers are going to be asking you to say more.
And is there something special about the program that we have at SUU that...
Oh, gee, so many things are really great about our program. Our institution, our department, has the highest pass rate for the praxis subject area for our secondary education students in the state. We've done extremely well preparing our students to pass, that hurdle. But we also do, put the test scores aside, do really well preparing our students to go out. We literally have people around the state calling up our education coordinator and saying, "I have an internship open that will turn into a job if it works out. Do you have a student for me?" So we have students that just walk right into jobs or walk right into internships that lead to jobs because we have such a good reputation.
That's terrific. Well, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks so much, Ellen.
This has been a Spotlight on English with Dr. Jessica Tvordi.